All right, guys, so check it out. We just demonstrated, actually Dale just demonstrated how to use the K22 Keedex door opening tool. Like anything else, you've got to practice, right? And to be honest with you, Dale hasn't touched one of these things in years. I think it took him maybe 14, 15 seconds to get in his door. So you can only imagine, if you get good with this thing and you practice, how fast you can actually gain entry into a room. So right now, Dale is on the outside of the door, and what we're going to do is just kind of demonstrate how this device works and some things that maybe you just want to be careful of and how you can get hung up. So Dale, go ahead and come underneath the door with the device. So as you can see, you come underneath the door, and then what happens is you bring it straight up, and you want to start, okay, on the left side of the door as you're facing it. Now here's what can happen, and we were actually practicing this prior to. If you come too far over, you are going to hook this hinge. And on any hotel door, there's going to be 3 hinges, and you can see Dale can't get it, and that's exactly what will happen. It'll get caught in the door frame, and the wire will get caught behind the hinge. So what you want to do is don't start all the way over. See how Dale has it about 6 inches away from the door frame? That's where you want to start, okay? Now, of course, you want to be surreptitious about doing this as well. The bad guy's going to be. So once it comes inside, all you're going to do is you're going to slide it all the way over until you'll feel it hit the actual door mechanism, okay? You can't go any, see how Dale's got it all the way over against the lock. Once you get it here, very simply, the wire that goes outside, all Dale is going to do is pull down on it. As you can see, this thing bends. It'll come all the way down. He's pulling and pulling and pulling, and there it is. It opens up the door. Boom. It's a very simple device, and guys, here's the deal. You can buy this open market. You don't need to be a locksmith, okay? This is open source stuff. Very scary. Very simple. Now, I will tell you, this device, what you can also do is this thing can be rolled up and put inside of a computer case. And the course I went to, that's exactly what we did. So again, this is all out there, guys. If you don't know how to defend against something like this, and we're going to show you, you got problems. So guys, as you can see, it doesn't take a whole lot of training to use this thing. But Dale just brought up a really good point that I want him to tell you guys. Dale?
Yeah, so, all right, if we were actually going to do this, perhaps we were a SWAT team, we had some reason to enter this room. We wouldn't just walk up to the door and attempt entry, right? What we're going to do is we're going to rehearse. So what I would do, for example, is I would rent a room. Maybe I would rent a room a week prior, okay? And I would test it, right? And play with my device, check the locking mechanisms, get familiar with it, okay? And then I would come back when I'm ready to execute, and then I would do this mission. Now, before I did that, what I would do is ensure that there's nobody already in the room. I would walk down the hallway, knock on the door, see if anybody opens it. Listen, it's all clear. Go back, get my device, come back, and then execute, right? So I'm providing my own security. I'm making sure that I don't walk into a room that's already occupied. I'm making sure the room's empty. Now, why would I do all this? Well, one of the reasons, if I rented a room, okay, and I practice, okay, so I spent $100 on a hotel room working, practicing, right? I come back a week later and I robbed 10 rooms, 20 rooms at one shot. Okay, I made up the loss for the $100, right? But I've gotten more bang for the buck, so to speak. And why is that important for you to know? You could argue, well, you know, you're telling the bad guys how to do this. Actually, to be honest with you, the bad guys already know how to do this, right?
Exactly.
You know, we're always in the security world. The problem is with security, we're always one step behind the bad guys. They're always they do something, oh man, how do we fix that? How do we mitigate it? And then they've already come up with another plan. So we're always one step behind. So the goal is, whether it's personal security, it doesn't matter what kind of security it is, the goal is to get in front of the potential threat, right? Anticipate what the next threat is, okay? Or at least be parallel with it. So if you understand what could potentially happen, the next time you check into a hotel room, you'll make sure you put countermeasures in place to protect yourself.
Now, another point that Dale brought up and I thought was pretty ingenious is, you know, do you need one of these? Now, you're a good person, you're not going to break into a room, but think about this. Maybe you're traveling overseas with your family. Maybe you've gone to an area that isn't exactly the most user-friendly. Having one of these to maybe extricate one of your family members out of your room, you know what? that may be something you want to do, think about, depending on where you're traveling to. You know, but guys, the biggest thing about this video is open source equipment, easily used, easily purchased, cheap, that will break into a hotel room in about 15 seconds.
With training, maybe 5 seconds.
Yes. So we just showed you how this device worked. Next, we're going to show you how to prevent this thing from working. Guys, if you like this video, hit the notification button on the screen, and we'll be talking to you again.
See you next video.